You know what the biggest problem for educational content creators is? It's not scripting their videos, it's not editing them, it's simply the fact that they can't come up with more ideas. Now, regardless of how smart you think you are and the fact that you think you can come up with ideas endlessly, if you're in a specific industry or a niche, it's only a specific set of things you can teach to your audience. Example, if you're taking the fitness industry, you can talk about what workouts to do, what form they should have, what diet they should maintain, or sleep patterns, or cardio and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, there's only a specific set of things you can teach to your audience. So that way, if you were to take one idea per day for each reel to teach to your audience, you're going to run out of them eventually. Maybe 100 ideas or maybe 200 ideas, but either way, you're going to run out of them. So how do you solve this issue? How do you keep yourself from running out of ideas or burning out? It's simple. You don't have to come up with more ideas, you simply have to phrase them differently. In this video, I'm going to be covering about how you can turn one idea into nearly 70 different ideas. So if you have 10, if you have 100, you're good to go for 700 to 7,000 videos. Now, if that's not interesting for you, it's either that you don't care about creating content at all or you don't care about growing your business. Hey, I'm Abdul Rahman. I help coaches start their coaching business and land their first few clients in the first 2 weeks of working together. If you have any queries about how you can scale your business or land more online students, just click the link below in the description so you can book a 30-minute free consultation call with me. I'll try to understand your situation and try to help you to the best of my abilities. With that said, let's get into how you can turn one video into 70. This right here, what you're seeing on my screen, is called the content multiplier. Now, there are 7 angles you can frame your video and 10 formats you can create your video. Let's say you pick out 2 angles and then you have 3 different formats. 2 into 3, that is like 6 different videos you have now. Let's get started into the 7 key angles you can frame your idea. Now, for this example, let's say you take an idea of how to get a six-pack or how to start playing the guitar. If you were to make a video on how to get a six-pack, just one idea for one reel, eventually you will run out of ideas, like I mentioned in my intro. So we countered this problem by turning that one idea into 7 different ways. Starting off with a challenge. Now, a challenge hook is very simple and you might have seen this. It's simply starting the reel with, is it possible to get a six-pack in 6 weeks? Now, I don't know if that's possible. The audience doesn't know it's possible. But if you know that's possible and you're going to show how to do it, people are like, damn, I want to know that. Asking this question to your audience instantly sparks a curiosity in their mind. So you get why someone would actually want to watch this video. There's a desire and then there's a time frame. This type of video was originally popularized by Minoli. So I'm going to show you one of his videos where he used this exact format.
To ace a midterm after studying for just 1 hour. This is my 3rd time doing this and my rhetorical traditions midterm is tomorrow. So I'm going to be using my exact study method to get the highest grade possible after studying for just 1 hour.
As you saw in the video, in the first few seconds, he's asking a question which we find interesting, which is it possible to ace an exam just by studying for 1 or 2 hours? Now, as for you, if you're a fitness coach, you can be like, is it possible to get six packs in 6 weeks? Or is it possible to grow your biceps by 1 inch in like a month? Now, regardless, we have the second angle here, which is a step-by-step tutorial. Now, the name of this angle says it itself, but you're basically going to take your audience through a set of steps they need to do to get 6 packs. If I was to make a video, I would be like, if I had to go from flaps to abs in 30 days, here are 5 things I would do. And I would start off with step 1, do the plank for 2 minutes. Step 2, do crunches. Here's an example video of how to play Stand By Me by a guitar coach called Dave. This video is incredibly easy to follow because it's pretty straightforward, gets to the point, as well as delivers value.
Songs you can play on guitar, especially if you're a beginner. Step 1, put your capo on the 2nd fret. Step 2, learn the chords. You're going to start with a G, then play an E minor.
Person A lifted weights 4 times a week and person B did intensive cardio for 6 times a week. Who has better abs? Now that's a curiosity question, plus it's based more on a real life case study. This is also very engaging because people often debate about topics like this. Some people want to work out, some people want to do cardio, but at the end of the day, they're working towards the same outcome, which is better abs.
First guy wants to last long, so he sprays it close to his skin on his shirt in the air and walks through it. Bro, you're gonna waste your bottle. What, bro? How do I apply my fragrance then? First things first, apply it on your post.
Now the fourth type you could do this is you could do a transformation type video where you talk about how 3 years back you made it your life goal to get a 6-pack and here's how you did it. Now this is completely based on your experience level and how you accomplished your goal, but at the end of the day, it gives out a more authentic approach to your audience.
So here's my no bullshit guide on how I lost 25 kilograms in 9 months and morphed from a dad bod to an aesthetic sick cunt. Kind of. By far the most important thing is eating in a calorie deficit. You can figure out how—
The next is a very straightforward one, which is the educational. Now this is very similar to the step-by-step tutorial, except you talk about a more theoretical approach. In step-by-step tutorial, you're talking about here's how to do crunches, or here's how to do sit-ups. In education, you're talking about what exercises they must do to get abs.
I'm so disciplined you literally stop feeling human. Program your entire existence down to a single number and let that metric control.
And the second last one, which is a myth or a common mistake. Now, this could be a very simple thing. It is very easy to point out if you get a good understanding of your audience. They might be believing some things which are not true, but you know that's not true. So you just have to tell them, this is not it, this is how you can do it. For this example, you could say, never do sit-ups if you want to get abs. Now, I'm not a fitness expert, so don't lash it on me. If you have any problems with this example, just comment it down below. Finally, this is one of the most engaging type of formats that has been popularized, especially this year. Not just in Instagram or video content, but even on LinkedIn, this format is getting popular. Now, storytelling has a proper structure, which I learned from one of my mentors, but I'll be covering that in another video. For now, just go to this video by Ken Tijendra, who got over 500,000 followers just this year.
Praying every single night because I was so down bad and I couldn't quit my lustful habits. But even after begging God to forgive me, I kept relapsing again and again.
The difficulty on this is extremely high, as well as the retention rate. Because of the quick changing of videos, people get hooked. and I would rank the conversion rate around medium to high, around like 75 to 80%. For a 7 type of video, it includes a lot of visuals and props. This is where you take elements from your business. Let's say you have a food business or a bakery business. You can show how you're making your donuts or how you're making your cakes. Now the whole point of this video is to be very clear and give clarity to your audience about your entire process.
To stick to your diet this time round. This is you on a Sunday. You're amazing, you're capable, you've done the weekly food shop and you're ready to smash it for the week. But then Monday happens, you swap your morning breakfast for something that tastes like cardboard.
For our 8th one, we have the green screen split. Now you might have seen this mainly with business creators or educational creators where they have a certain word. It's similar to what I'm doing right here, except on a short form type video. It's very simple where you just record yourself looking at the script and talking, or you can be like this and you can have a video playing in the back as a green screen video. The difficulty on this is very medium because all you have to do is read from a script and show like this, and you can have someone else or yourself play some B-roll behind.
Call it Nail Milkshake and make quick reusable press-on nails made for girls who want to switch their nails in under 10 minutes. I'd start with 3 base flavors.
The ninth type of video which we're talking about is interview. In this video which I'm showing you, it has gotten 12.2 million views for simply the question, what car isn't making it to 100,000 miles? Now this is a very low effort but engaging type of video. You might have also seen this type of video of one guy interviewing rich billionaires on how they make their money. Not only is it low effort, but it also has a high retention rate and a high conversion rate.
What car is most likely not going to make it to 100,000 miles?
Mercedes.
What car is most likely not going to make it to the 100K?
Which encompasses almost every industry.
And I'm here with Tom Cruise.
Yeah, man, it's nice to see you.
And you've been a top actor for decades. What's been the biggest driving factor of your success throughout your...
Finally, this one is similar to the transformation type video which we saw earlier, which is a clone. You can do this by simply editing yourself in another position, and you can have yourself talk about something or argue about something. It's very similar to a transformation type video I told you in the angles before.
$100 CTAs versus $1 million CTAs. If you're interested, click the link in my bio. I went from making 100K a month to $1 million a month.
Now to take you over the entire thing, I have an example scenario, and this is mainly for fitness content. I think majority of my audience can understand basic fitness content. For this, I took the idea of how to get bigger biceps. For a challenge type video, you could just say, is it possible to grow your biceps just by working out in your room? I want to learn that. Now the second type is, if I had to get bigger biceps in 7 days, here are 5 exercises I do. Comparison video is simple. Person A does curls, person B does chin-ups. Who's going to get bigger biceps? Now that's a curiosity question. Now the next one is a transformation type video, purely out of your experience. You could be like, I turned my bicep from looking like this to this in 90 days. Here's how. Educational is very straightforward. Like I said, here's how you can get bigger biceps in the next 30 days. And common mistake is also pretty simple. Spamming bicep curls doesn't make your biceps bigger. Now next one could be a storytelling. I spent over 6 months trying to get bigger biceps until I realized I was doing everything wrong. Another type of video you can make is talking back and forth, where one guy is like, man, I need bigger biceps. And the second guy is like, that's easy, just do these 3 steps. And the first guy is like, oh, which ones? And the second guy is like, start with the curves. And then the second guy is like, and the first guy is like, okay, you can do is voiceover video with just clips of you working out. And you're like, it took me 2 years to figure this out, but here's how you can get bigger biceps. Interview is similar as well. You just hit up the biggest person you know, or someone else comes and hits you up, and they're like, how long did it take you to get this big? And then you're like, about 5 years of showing up every day. Can you tell us your workout split? Yeah, just do push, pull, legs and things. Now another you can do is a reaction stitch video, where one guy is like, doing bicep curls will not get you bigger biceps. And then you are like, nah man, you wrong. Yes, it will. Just from this one idea, I phrased it into freaking 11 different type of videos. Now you multiply this together, there's a good chance you're going to get nearly 70 videos out of this. It doesn't have to be just how to get bigger biceps, it could also be how to do bicep curls, or how to get bigger triceps, or how to get bigger chest. To give you an estimate of how many ideas you can come up with, if you have one idea and you have selected 2 angles and 4 different formats, you can make up to 8 videos. And similarly, if you have one idea, 5 angles and 6 video formats, you can come up with nearly 30 video ideas. Like I discussed before, here are the 10 formats you have, talking back and forth, voiceover, and I've segregated them based on 3 main things, which is difficult level to make them, retention rate or engagement levels, conversion rate about how much of your viewers turn into followers, and I've given examples or what type of videos work best for your objective. Overall, that's about it. I hope I made it very clear that you don't need to make one reel of every video. You can make freaking 70 reels out of one idea. But it really comes down to how many angles you pick and how many different formats you make. Now, I don't suggest going with 7 different type of angles or 10 different type of videos, but I suggest picking 2 or 3 from angles or 4 or 5 from your formats and just sticking with it. Initially, if you're just starting out, I suggest you go all in on all types of videos so you get to know what works best with your audience. But remember to always check back as to what video worked and double down on it. After a certain point, you don't need more videos to check what works with your audience. All you have to do is create content and help them out. I hope I made myself very clear. If you have any queries or questions, or if you need some personalized help, you can click on the link below in my description to book a 30-minute strategy call with me. I'll of course try to understand your situation, your objectives, your goals, and come with a proper strategy for you. On this page, you will see more case studies and theoretical breakdowns such as this. So if you're interested in that, subscribe. And also, if you have any questions, don't forget to drop them in the comments below. Until then, I'll see you next time.